I ask my wise angels to guide me always with insights, wisdom, compassion, genuine authenticity, and deeper truths. Collective. Let's go ahead and start us off with some deep breaths. Okay. We are to put the focus back on you. And all else will fall into place. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong and you don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. I'm hearing we have to know this for ourselves. This is an honest reassessment of ourselves. An honest assessment of ourselves and where we are with ourselves at this time. This is to really honor your heart and what your heart is telling you, because your heart is wanting to release. Your heart is wanting to clear a lot. Sometimes requiring of us to go independent with it. Whether we like to hear this or not, I'm following the rhythm. There may be a lot who is provoking you. For some, there is some being provoked. And you know, love is a funny thing. Because when it is given, it is rejected. And when fear is expressed, it is being influenced. But not in a good way. We are to be in an honest assessment of the self and where we are and where the self is. Okay. I'm getting that your awareness, your consciousness, and where your self is may not be in the same place. Because you're moving in life and navigating in life, and I'm following the rhythm. And where your body may not be in alignment and where you are in your mind. Collective 222. And so perhaps for a lot of us right now, your heart is wanting to speak. This is where we step in with that honest assessment of the self, because your heart is wanting to speak and your heart is wanting to pour stuff out. It may look ugly. And for some, it may look like something to celebrate. And perhaps for the ones who are celebrating, you've done a lot of inner work and shadow work. Number 3 could be very significant. And for some who are feeling a lot and wanting to regain a lot, number 13, this is our time to do so. But an honest assessment is required of us, stepping in to gaining more. Trust. Trust in self. Love in self. Gaining a lot of love and self for the self. And regaining focus. 343. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. I feel like this is more about community more than what I just read. I feel like this is more about getting together. Community. Bees can also be very significant. There is a lot of shadow work that is being asked of us to do at this time. And in doing so, in the process of practicing shadow work, you slowly by and by see yourself for who you truly are. And that's the good news, because we want to get to a point where we are seeing who we truly are and not how we are being perceived. To put the focus back on you, and all else will fall into place. The breakthroughs, the meltdowns that you're experiencing is leading you to celebration. The triggers are to happen first before it can even awaken you to something. A lot of us, our ego and our pride is being triggered. It is up to us how we react to it. And the result of you being triggered and how you are reacting to the trigger is also the result of where you have been with your inner work and your shadow work. This is coming back to our roots. I'm getting ancestors, Knight of Coins. For a lot, we've done a lot of inner work and shadow work. You know this. You've taken some time. You've reassessed yourself over and over and over and over again. 555. You have put the focus back on yourself over and over and over and over and over and over again. That was the practice. That was the challenge. And for some, I'm getting that is still the challenge. I feel like we are heavy on shadow work collectively at this time. We're purging a lot. And what comes with the purge is clearing out deception. I'm following the rhythm. And collective, I don't have to do this reading if I don't want to, but I have to. Because he asked of me to. So if you don't mind hitting that like button and the subscribe button, that would be so appreciated. So appreciated. For a lot of us, we do a lot of work. For the rest of us, so that our collective can come back to feeling more at ease and having more of a regulated nervous system, because we don't. What's happening here is that we are all being shaken up, and your heart is being tested, and your strength is being tested. But most of all, whatever it was that God had taught you in discipline, that too is being tested. We are, some of us, we are not accepting of it, but we will. And suppose that we are not accepting of it at first, collective, because we are hurt. And a lot of it is in here. It's in here. Neglect, isolation, neglect from childhood, abandonment. All of this is coming to surface. Unmet emotions and feelings that were never met when you were a kid. All of that is coming to surface. 808. Where you have been with your ego and where you have been with your pride, that is also exposing. And how much inner work and shadow work you have been doing this whole time, that is also showing, or it's not showing. We are to put the focus back on ourselves, and all else will fall into place. For those who are doing the inner work, keep going and following the rhythm. For those who are continuing on doing shadow work, continue. And for a lot of us who are new to breaking patterns and cycles and doing a lot of shadow work, keep going. Sometimes we may think that in doing shadow work, we do it a couple of times and that's it. It is like caring for a child. It is like caring for somebody you love, and tending to somebody you love, watering somebody you love, and nurturing somebody you love. That is also how we are to treat ourselves in the same manner. This is saving the self, because the self is suffering. The self is struggling. And perhaps the self is in the shadow, and we are to save it And the only way we can save it is to get the ego and the pride out of the way, and to let spirit step in and heal you. Because perhaps this world is tired of unhealed people. We're sick of you. It's like I'm getting this energy of like, you know, we just want everyone to be happy. That's the energy that I'm getting. Okay, that's the energy that's coming through with this card. And this card. We just want everyone to be in the same frequency. It's like coming back to being and feeling more rich inside, but not having to do it out of pride and ego, and not having to do it because, you know, you're showing out. You're having to do it because you feel it, 1111, and because you're there naturally. Healing, it comes in levels. Okay, I'm following the rhythm. It comes in levels. Healing comes in levels. Shadow work comes in levels. It is the part where we sit with it, and then we start to care and love for ourselves the same way that we care and love for other people. But why is it so hard to do that for yourself? Because it takes a lot of patience, honesty, self-honest assessment, 1212. Because it takes a lot of gratitude in oneself. It's easy to be giving these things to people. But why is it so hard to give it to ourselves? It's a process. When we put the focus on ourself, that grows, and it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and it grows in every area in your life. I'm getting that self-love is not just what you can do for yourself on a physical level. Manicures, pedicure, haircut, you know, grooming yourself and making yourself look good. Self-love also means shadow work. And then the real glow up comes. But I'm getting collective, okay, and I'm following the rhythm that shadow work comes in levels, levels, levels. Number 13 and number 33. Every season has something for you. Every season, something's going to come up for you. And then we are tested in how we are going to react to it. We are tested in how we are going to approach it. Every step of the way. How do we come back in a place where we are celebrating ourselves and not afraid to celebrate other people's wins with them? We want to get to a point collectively where we are all seeing each other on the same level without the deception. We're deleting the deception. We're removing that. That's why people are hurt. And that's why people are breaking through, breaking free. That's why people are feeling the way that they are feeling, because we are breaking ourselves from the self-deception, because self-deception has been there for a long time. We're tired of that. Self-deception has been the thing that we are now removing from. And that's why some of us don't feel good, because self-deception is removing itself from you. The shadow work has taken place. And because the shadow work is now taking place, the shadow work is there. Now the self-deception is being taken away, and now it's just all light. There is literally no room for hate and animosity and jealousy and envy and pride and ego. It gotta go. We're literally leveling up to a point of no deception. Why is it so hard for people to believe that we can live a life without it? Perhaps we are all shaken up because the life that is now being brought to us and being presented to us, you've never lived a life like that before. That is to celebrate. For a lot of us who's been doing a lot of inner work and shadow work, you're over here like, where's my fucking reward? I deserve this shit now. I've had a lot of fucking bullies fucking on my neck, breathing on me for a long time now. It's our time. It's for damn sure our time. Some of y'all, I'm getting this. I'm hearing the word screaming. Some of y'all are like, I'm tired of the bullies. Oh, you're almost there, all right. You are. And you're gonna be right here. And you're gonna be right here. And you're gonna be right here. And spirit is going to be right there. That when one is having an honest assessment of the self, how much love and trust and focus you gain. This is all inner. Inner trust, inner love, inner focus, inner happiness, inner joy, inner peace. Is not outer, is inner. It's inner. It's called inner for a reason. It's called inner standing for a reason, because it is to understand in here. Not out there. And like not out there where you can grab it from people. You can't just steal people's energy. That's not how it works. You got to do the inner work and the shadow work yourself. And then you become this amazing fucking human being that you are, that this whole motherfucking society suppressed about you, that you don't want to admit to yourself. And so spirit is going to bring people in your life to show you, because you deserve to have a good life too. I went for a walk today, and spirit came to me. And they told me, just walk. Just do yourself a solid and release. Okay. And keep going and following your intuition. And keep going and following your higher calling, because you are here to do that. That's your purpose. And let's not listen to people who wants to knock you out of your essence, your flow. Let's not listen to them no more. Because when you used to listen to them, you know what happened to you? Back down. But we ain't listening to the bullies no more. They can figure it out for themselves. Our focus is to gain focus for you. To keep up with your intuition, and wherever your intuition is taking you. And when you find somebody who is true, mind, body, and spirit, don't ever let them go. My name is Kimber. Thank you for listening to another. I will see you in the next Love and Peace. Take care.